Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist H.Y. Forecast here, and welcome back to the update, guys. As you can tell by the title, we're actually not going to be really looking at a whole. I'm not going to be making like my winter forecast or fall forecast today. It is still somewhat related to fall because you guys will honestly tell by the title. We're going to be looking at if we're seeing signs of early fall with these cold fronts and with these temperatures going to the 40s for some areas, guys. And we're actually seeing some early foliage here in the southeast, guys. So I want to talk about if we are seeing signs of an early fall, because actually a lot of people are seeing or are asking on like my live streams or videos, are we seeing an early fall or could we see an early fall? So you're all going to get the answers right here. Again, guys, it could be change. It could change. It's basically looking like we're gonna have a very, very cold August this year. We're gonna have a whole lot more cold fronts. So it is looking like we could have just a generally cold fall and maybe an early one. So if you guys be sure, before we get to the video, be sure to like the video so it informs me that you like more videos like these. Also be sure to subscribe, guys. We're trying to get to 1,400. We're extremely close, so if you know any friends, family, or yourself who would want to subscribe, and also be sure to hit the post notification icon so you get notified as soon as I post a video. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, as you can tell, we are going to be looking at the National Weather Service here. So basically the active alerts. I just want to go through this just a little bit. I know this has nothing to do with early fall or anything. I just want you guys to know if you guys have any alerts. So we do have air quality alerts out here. Let me actually redo that here. Air quality alerts for South Carolina, for Texas, and for Arizona. So we do have some air quality alerts, and we are going to see some warm air here. We're going to have some very, very warm temperatures for parts of the south central this week, but it is looking like we can have a huge cool down next week that can bring a whole lot of widespread fall temperatures, and that's what we're going to be looking at. And then we have some special weather statements out here for Nevada, Michigan, and some flood warnings and flash flood watches for Hawaii and Alaska. So that was just a quick look at the National Weather Service here. Nothing really much on the cold air, really. We aren't going to be having freeze warnings or freeze watches there because we're not going to get below 30s, or we're not going to have ice threat. It's going to be very below average, but we're not going to have that. And we actually do have some fire weather statements out here too for Nevada. That wasn't a special weather statement. So guys, that's basically what we're looking at here in the National Weather Service. Not much. So now we're going to be looking at the NOAA 6 to 10 day outlook. If you guys are wondering, aren't you talking about a huge cool down when we see this? Well again, guys, it's not going to be a cool down that's going to happen right now. It's just the beginning of August. We're going to be talking about more of the central and end of August, where we can see some maybe signs of early fall. We're not really going to see a whole lot of early fall signs here in the beginning of August, but we could see that change as we get to central August again, guys. It's not going to happen right now. We're not going to be, just because we're making a video about it does not mean exactly it's happening right now. But I talked about it. We are going to have some very warm temperatures out here for the southeast and the south central, especially right here for the southern Gulf and south central. That's where we have the biggest chance for some warm temperatures, possibly 4 to 5 degrees above average, maybe possibly more there. And then we will have some slightly below average temperatures. And we will have some slightly below average temperatures for the southwest now. So we're finally seeing a cool down for the southwest. The warmer temperatures have moved east now. So for the southern Gulf there and for the south central, that's where we have the warmest temperatures. And then if you're in the gray, we will be seeing some near average conditions. So if you're in the gray, if you're not really in a color, that means you're going to be in the average. But this is the cool down I'm talking about. We're going to have some cold fronts that are going to be reaching in for parts of the north central, or for the northern part of the country. And just because we're talking about an early fall doesn't mean all of the United States is going to be seeing an early fall. We're talking about some areas where we can see some signs of early fall. It's not going to be the whole country, obviously, guys. We could see some maybe late foliage out here for the northeast, but some early foliage here for the southeast. Just temperatures don't really exactly have to do with all early fall. There's the conditions there that you see in fall. For example, guys, we're seeing a lot of leaves down here in northern Georgia. It looks like it's incredible. It looks like October. I don't recall a year that looked like this in August. So that's a sign of early fall. So we again are having some cold fronts later this week to continue through parts of the northern plains here, especially for Montana, possibly 2 to 5 degrees below average, and for the northeast. And then again in the lighter shade, we could see slightly below average temperatures. And again, guys, this isn't going to be going across the whole country like very soon. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to go across the country here, but within the next week or two, we should have a widespread cold temperatures. So guys, but within the next 8 to 14 day outlook now, we will still continue to see colder temperatures, especially for the north central. We will be seeing some slightly below average temperature for the northeast, but this is again where we could see the coldest temperatures, possibly 2 to 3 degrees below average. And then again, we still have these warm temperatures that are going across the east coast and through parts of the southeast and through parts of the California area. So that's where we'll be seeing some slightly below average temperatures. Again, guys, as you can tell, the warmer temperatures are starting to cool down as we go more into August. As you can tell, we are having only about 2 to 3 degrees above average now for the Gulf Coast. As you can tell, it did cool cool down a lot for the Southern Gulf, and now we are seeing a cool down for the South Central. I know it's still going to be very hot, but again, it's going to take some time to cool down. It's not going to go just like that, and we are seeing again around the same conditions for the Southwest there. Again, if you're in the light shade to the dark shade, you will be seeing above average temperatures. And then it is looking like we will be seeing these colder temperatures start to spread more to the south. We are starting to see these patterns start to go like this. That's kind of what we're seeing here to bring in some cold conditions out here for the southeast by the end of August. Again, we are still going to be seeing the coldest conditions out here for the northeast and for parts of the northern plains. And then we will again having the light shade, some slightly below average temperature. So that's the those are the 6 to 10 day and 8 to 14 day outlook. Now we're going to be looking at the temperature anomalies here. So as you can tell, as we go later into today, we are going to be seeing a very huge cold front here from Canada that could push to the north central and then potentially even affect the northeast. As you can tell, we are seeing some colder temperatures still here for the Midwest. And again, guys, we are still going to see extremely warm temperature for the West. Again, it doesn't mean just because we're seeing a cold front, it doesn't mean exactly going to see it for the whole country. As we go again later into tomorrow, this cold front will start to come down here and affect parts of the United States here. We will have basically a polar blast. I know it's not going to bring in them 20s or negative digits, but it is going to bring in some 12 degrees below average for North Dakota here, and even possibly bring in 8 degrees below average for parts of the Ohio Valley. Again, it will slightly bring in some cooler temperatures for the Southwest too. So again, that was tomorrow. We're going to be looking at all. So as we go into all the way to the August 9th, we're still going to be seeing this cold air dip more into the central part of the United States here, and even some colder temperatures for parts of Nevada. Been a long time since we've had cold temperatures there, up to 16 degrees below average there. Again, guys, we are going to see this polar air start to move down to the south there. Again, we are still going to be seeing some warmer temperature for the south central, but as we go more into August, it will be a bigger deal. We go all the way to August 10th. Again, we're still going to see this cold front come in. Let's go all the way by August 11th. We will be seeing this cold temperature start to stick into the northeast and for the northwest there. So we'll possibly have up to 8 to 9 degrees below average there. And look, we have another cold front from Canada coming in. This is what I'm saying. We're going to have cold front after cold front after cold front. It's a very, very rare sight to see. But look at this, guys. We're going to see almost 20 degrees below average for parts of the northwest. Very, very rare pattern to see. You usually never really, it's rare to see those type of temperatures out there for the southwest, or sorry, for the northwest, sorry. And then as we go again, we are going to see some warmer temperatures start to come in through by the next 8 to 14 days. So that's why we will be seeing these warmer temperatures. And then cooler temperatures again, guys. It doesn't mean we're not going to see warmer temperatures, if you guys are wondering like that. But again, we're going to have cold front after cold front come in. By the 17th of August, we're going to have another cold front that will bring in some colder for the southeast, and again another cold front for parts of the northern plains there. And this one can actually dip a lot more to the south there, and a lot more widespread. We're going to have coast to coast. Let me get this again. Coast to coast of cold temperatures from the Seattle all the way to Boston there. We'll have some cooler temperatures for all the way to the Ozarks there. So it will be it's looking like we can have some widespread fall temperatures. But look at this, guys. look at this. We're going to see possibly 25 degrees below average for the areas of Canada and Montana. This is a very, very rare sight to see here. Again, you usually never see this ever occur for parts of Montana, Idaho, and Oregon. We will very soon some very cold temperatures, maybe some 40s. And look at this, the southeast, we will possibly see 8 degrees below average there for Georgia in that area. Again, look at these temperatures, widespread cold air right here. For much of the west and for the east, we're going to have widespread cold temperatures. We can see in my area possibly 12 degrees below average. We can see some low 80s for highs. Incredibly rare to see that. Again, cold air after cold air from these areas. It's going to be incredible. Now that we looked at that for basically a long time, we will be looking at the real-time temperatures here. Because again, for you guys are talking about like exactly how cold will it be in your area. I need to get these get it a little bit into the future for we can look farther in here. So let me go all the way. Let me make sure I go to the right date. So let's go all the way to the next 24 hours. So these are going to be the highs here. We will be seeing some 50s, guys. This is going to be the cold air we're going to have again. We won't see extremely super duper warm air there for the southwest. For the highs, again, we will be having some 60s for the northern plains, and then again some 70s and 90s out there for northern parts of Georgia. As we continue through the week, I don't want to make this video too long, so as you can tell, we are going to be seeing these cold airs get. We're going to be seeing some temperatures start to get colder every single day. Look, we're going to see some 40s, 44 for Billings, Montana, guys. We're going to see some 50s out there for the northeast. You usually don't see that till later in August, guys. As we continue through the week, we'll be seeing possibly 42 degrees, guys. We can see our first 30s this year. We have some 50s out there for the northern part of the United States. And look, we're going to have widespread colder temperatures. As you see, we're going to see these 40s and 50s continue on again, guys. We will be seeing these heat waves again for the south central again, guys. Some triple digits out here, but look, some 60s. Again, guys, as we go on and all the way, this is actually August 14th. We will have a little warm front for the northern central plains, but again, it will get even colder there for the Appalachian Mountains. We should have a cold front come in. It should bring in some colder temperatures. Again, it's going to be taking a little bit of time for this to be widespread, but look at this, guys. Look at this. We're going to see some 30s come into Idaho. Look at these widespread 30s, guys. We can see some below freezing temperatures for some areas, guys. Look, 24 degrees for Montana. Can you guys believe that? We're going to see some areas that are going to be below freezing before we even reach September. That's incredibly rare, guys, to see this to ever happen. We're going to see some 33s for northern Montana. We're going to see widespread 30s and 40s and widespread 50s for the northeast and southeast, guys. This is incredibly rare. I don't know if you guys really know how rare this is to occur for the northwest. Now we're going to be looking at the European model. The European model isn't really favoring a whole cold front like the GFS. We will be seeing possibly 6 to 7 degrees below average. Again, that first cold front will be affecting the northern plains there and for parts of the northeast there. Again, we will be seeing a very rare cold front, though, for parts of the northern northwest there, possibly 12 degrees below average. We will have that second polar blast to bring in some more cold temperatures for the northern plains, while we have these colder temperatures for the next couple days for the parts of the northeast there. And then again, we'll have some colder air start to dip in. Again, guys, the European isn't really favoring this cold front like the GFS, but again, we just gotta wait a little bit. But it's gonna be it's gonna be a rare August to see, guys. A very, very rare pattern. I will post maybe next week on this rare site for the northwest, guys. It's very, very rare. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and bye, guys.